This guys my third video of St. Andrew Parish Church. Once again, first of all, this is the road that will lead you back to Borden, Turner's Hall, Hillaby, White Hill, and St. Andrew. This is it. St. Andrew Parish Church right here. You can see that this is a Gothic church, as I said before. St. Andrew Parish Church was built in dates back to 1639, but it was in a state of disrepair that it had to be rebuilt in 1846. This is another historic church, another Gothic church. This church is famous for the long-time priest, Reverend Gatherer, who was here from the 1950s until his retirement in 2011. So this is the roundabout outside the church. This road here will lead you back to Bellplain and St. Andrew. You can see all up in the hills of St. Andrew from here. Bellplain and St. Andrew is this way. And you can see all up in the hills of Babylon. So this is an Anglican church, and it reminds me of one of those churches in England that, like England or Scotland or somewhere like that, the setting. The gate is locked today. Normally the gate is open that you can walk through the cemetery and look at the various graves of those who died. But when they got here this evening, the man locked the door. So I don't really know what is the purpose. They had a funeral this evening, so I thought I would have been able to get into the church this evening, but apparently not. This road back to Farley Hill National Park in St. Peter, and back to Mariana Quarter and Spikestone, and back to Morgan Lewis Windmill and Shorey Village in St. Andrew and Greenland Landfill as well. Again, I've across the street and look at the church from the street. You can see all up in the hills of St. Andrew, the Scotland district. The name Scotland district came about because of its resemblance to the Scotland countryside. You can see the church is well kept, well taken care of. The members and the priest, well, the current priest here now is my family, a relative of mine. A relative of mine, Curtis Goodrich, who was the long-standing priest of St. Lucie Parish Church. He is now the priest in charge of St. Andrew's Parish Church. So this is the countryside I'm in. So I'm northeasterly at the moment. I'm in a northeastern position at the moment, location. Here in the parish of St. Andrew, sorry. So this is one of the most beautiful Anglican churches in Barbados. As I said before, the Allen School on Belle Plaine on the East Coast is this way. Anywhere along the East Coast you want to get to from St. Andrew is this way. The Allen School is in Belle Plaine, St. Andrew, which is one of the top and oldest secondary schools in Barbados. Allen School, it's about a 1797, or 17 something, the Allen School dates back to. That's one of the oldest secondary schools, and it's one of the top schools as well. A lot of people from St. Andrew, St. Thomas, and probably St. Joseph went to school there. Yeah, I did have some family that went to school at the Allen School as well. So we don't go all the way down through Belle Plaine, but this way is the Belle Plaine, the Allen School, Babylon, the East Coast, Isolation, St. Simon's, anywhere so, lakes, all in parts of St. Andrew can access from here. So access St. Joseph from up here as well. So St. Andrew carries Barbados' highest point, Mount Hillaby, which is 1,116 feet, bordering St. Andrew and St. Thomas. I do agree that this is a sight to behold, a beautiful sight from this angle here. Looking at it from the other side of the road is a sight to behold than just standing up right here looking at it. bus is on his way, is coming now, so I will close off this video from here. Next time I will go to the churchyard, providing that there is no one up there. Next time I will go to the churchyard. You can feel the country breeze blowing on me now. The beauty of the countryside, the breeze is blowing sweetly on me.
I can't see. I don't see. I'm trying to get. Yes, I'm trying to get home before this.
So this way back to Morgan Lewis Windmill, back to the north of the island. Morgan Lewis Windmill, which is the only working windmill and the oldest windmill in Barbados. And back to Shorey Village in St. Andrew. Morgan Lewis, Shorey Village on Greenland in St. Andrew, and the Farley Hill National Park in St. Peter. And the Wildlife Reserve, which is the zoo, also in St. Peter. In this direction, you can see the graves here at St. Andrew's Parish Church. All up in the graves here, all up in the graveyard here. So I will make my way this way now.
I ain't even know what y'all come with that one. I'll have to go back and check. We'll find out what y'all come with.
So this way is heading north. You see all the cemetery, all the graves. So Conrad Hunt grave is up in here, the cricketer, Sir Conrad Hunt. His grave is laying here. So you can enter the churchyard from this other end too. But that's not my thing, I wouldn't do that. I will visit back another time. It was a nice little walk though, nevertheless. Thanks for watching and have a blessed evening.